When you think of Africa's largest slums, what comes to mind? Crowded streets, makeshift homes. Well, that's part of the picture. It's far from the whole story. You saw the introduction. Now, it's time for the full story. This documentary takes you inside Africa's largest slums, beyond the headlines, beyond the statistics, and to the real lives of the people who call these places home. From Kibera to Khayelitsha to Makoko. This is the story of survival, resilience, and humanity. This is inside Africa's largest slums. Welcome to Lagos, Nigeria, sprawling megacity, a powerhouse of West Africa. But nestled within its bustling heart, on the surface of the Lagos Lagoon, lies a world apart, a community that floats, a city on stilts. Taizi's Makoko. From high above, it looks like a sprawling, organic creation, a mosaic of rusted tin roofs and weathered wood stretching out into the water. As we get closer, this abstract pattern transforms into homes, schools, and markets, all suspended over the lagoon. Today, we're going beyond the aerial view, to immerse ourselves in the daily life, the challenges, and the incredible resilience of the people who call this floating slum their home. Welcome to What If They Lied, where truth hides behind whispers, and stories come alive in the dark. Every episode takes you deep into the real, the lost, and the almost forgotten. So, sit back and listen closely, because sometimes the truth is inti what they told you, it is what they never wanted you to find. Life in Makoko begins and ends with the water. The constant lapping of the lagoon against wooden stilts is the soundtrack to everyday existence. Forget roads and cars. Here, the main thoroughfares are waterways, and the family vehicle is a hand-carved canoe. From the earliest light, you'll see children, some as young as 5, expertly paddling their way to school, their laughter echoing across the water. These are not just commutes. They are lessons in balance, navigation, and independence, learned from birth. We see families gathered on the narrow verandas of their wooden shacks, which are often single rooms housing multiple generations. Daily chores unfold in this aquatic environment. Laundry is done, dishes are washed, and conversations are shared, all from the precarious edge of their homes, just inches above the dark water. The floating school is a beacon of hope in the community. It's an architectural marvel, a triangular frame structure designed to be sustainable and buoyant, rising and falling with the tide. Inside, the energy is infectious. Children sit in brightly colored classrooms, their voices a vibrant chorus of learning. This school represents more than just education. It's a symbol of innovation and a commitment to the future, proving that even in the most challenging environments, the thirst for knowledge can find a way to be quenched. The teachers here are heroes, navigating not just the curriculum but the unique logistics of a school that floats. The economy of Makoko is as fluid as its surroundings. It's a microsociety built on skill, tradition, and resourcefulness. The primary industry, unsurprisingly, is fishing. Long before dawn, fishermen head out in their canoes, their silhouettes stark against the rising sun. They cast their nets with a practiced grace, a skill passed down through generations. Their catch will feed their families in supply markets both within Makoko and on the mainland. The sound of hammers and saws is also common here. Boat building is another vital trade. Carpenters, using locally sourced wood, craft the canoes that are the lifeblood of the community. Every boat is a testament to their craftsmanship, built to withstand the constant motion of the lagoon. Trade is a vibrant, floating spectacle. Women in canoes piled high with goods from fresh vegetables and bread to charcoal and household items navigate the narrow canals, creating mobile markets. They call out their wares, haggling and trading with residents who paddle up to their shops. It's a complex dance of commerce conducted entirely on water, a testament to the entrepreneurial spirit that thrives here. There are also floating restaurants serving up freshly caught fish, barbershops, where you can get a haircut, while gently bobbing on the water, and even mobile phone charging stations powered by generators. Every need is met, every problem solved, with a dose of aquatic ingenuity. This is not a formal economy you'd read about in textbooks. It's a living, breathing system born of necessity and sustained by the community's collective will. However, life on the water is not a romantic ideal. It is a daily struggle against significant challenges. The very water that sustains life also poses the greatest threats. Access to clean drinking water is a constant struggle. Residents often have to paddle long distances to the mainland or rely on privately owned boreholes to buy potable water, a significant expense for families living on the edge. Sanitation is a critical issue. With no centralized sewage system, waste goes directly into the lagoon beneath their homes. This creates serious health risks, and the community is in a constant battle against waterborne diseases. The air is often thick with the smell of wood smoke from cooking fires and the underlying scent of the polluted water. The infrastructure itself is fragile. The wooden stilts that support the entire community are susceptible to rot and damage, requiring constant maintenance. A single storm can wreak havoc, damaging homes and threatening lives. The fear of fire is ever present. A small blaze can spread rapidly across the tightly packed wooden structures, with devastating consequences. Furthermore, the community lives under the constant threat of eviction. As Lagos continues its rapid urban development, the prime waterfront real estate that Makoko occupies is under increasing pressure. The government has, in the past, attempted demolitions, casting a shadow of uncertainty over the future of every resident. This lack of legal recognition and tenure security is perhaps the biggest challenge of all, leaving 250,000 people in a state of perpetual limbo. Yet, in the face of these immense hardships, what truly defines Makoko is its spirit of resilience. This is not a community of victims. It is a community of survivors, innovators, and fighters. You see it in the way neighbors band together to repair a damaged home after a storm, sharing materials and labor without a second thought. You see it in the creation of floating gardens, small patches of soil on buoyant platforms where families grow peppers and greens, a small but powerful act of self-sufficiency. Community is everything here. Gatherings are frequent, whether for celebrations, meetings, or simply to share stories on a veranda as the day cools. There is a deep-seated social fabric that provides a safety net where formal systems fail. This resilience is woven into their very identity. The people of Makoko, primarily from the Igan ethnic group who migrated from neighboring Benin, have a long history of living on water. Their culture, traditions, and skills are perfectly adapted to this environment. They are not simply surviving. They are living, creating, and adapting with a tenacity that is nothing short of awe. They have developed a unique way of life that, while born of necessity, is rich with culture and a powerful sense of belonging. The hope here is not a passive wish for a better future, but an active daily struggle to create it. As the sun begins to set, the lagoon is set ablaze with hues of orange, pink, and gold. The water becomes a mirror, reflecting the stilt houses and the fiery sky, blurring the line between them. Canoes glide silently through the shimmering water, their occupants heading home after a long day. In this magical light, the harsh realities of Makoko seem to soften, and what shines through is its undeniable soul. This is a place of stark contrasts of poverty and richness, of struggle and joy, of fragility and strength. The story of Makoko is a powerful reminder of the human spirit's ability to adapt, to create community, and to find hope in the most unlikely of places. It challenges our very definition of what a city and a home can be. Come with us to Kibera in Nairobi. Welcome to Kibera, a place often defined by a single word, slum. But look closer. Beyond the headlines, beyond the statistics, lies a story of incredible human spirit. From high above, Kibera is a sprawling sea of corrugated tin roofs, stretching as far as the eye can see, packed tightly together under the Nairobi sun. It's home to hundreds of thousands of people, a city within a city, pulsating with a life force that is impossible to ignore. Today, we're not just looking at a place on a map. We're stepping into a world of resilience, community, and unshakable hope. This is the real story of Kibera. Let's walk through its arteries, the narrow, winding paths that crisscross the landscape. Here, life unfolds in all its raw, unfiltered beauty. The air is thick with the sounds of a community in constant motion. The chatter of neighbors, the sizzle of street food, the laughter of children whose playground is the very earth beneath their feet. They chase makeshift balls and each other with an infectious energy that defies their surroundings. Look up, and you'll see a kaleidoscope of colorless laundry lines strung between homes, clothes flapping like prayer flags in the wind. Each piece a testament to the daily rituals of life, cleanliness, and dignity. This is the rhythm of Kibera, a daily dance of survival and joy. Life here is a daily struggle against the odds. The challenges are immense and ever-present. Access to basic necessities is a constant battle. You see it in the long lines that form at communal water taps, where residents wait patiently, jerrycans in hand, for their daily ration of this precious resource. It's a scene repeated every single day, a stark reminder of what so many of us take for granted. As dusk falls, the slum transforms. Without widespread electricity, the glow of kerosene lamps and small fires flickers to life inside homes, casting long shadows. In these small, crowded spaces, families gather, share meals, and find comfort in each other's presence. It's a testament to the human ability to create a home, to find light in even the most challenging of circumstances. Yet, amid these struggles, an incredible sense of community and hope blossoms. The spirit of entrepreneurship is everywhere. Vibrant, bustling markets are the lifeblood of Kibera. Stalls overflow with fresh vegetables, secondhand clothes, and handmade goods. Street vendors navigate the crowded lanes, their calls adding to the symphony of the slum. Their hustle is relentless, their ingenuity remarkable. And then there are the youth, the future of Kibera. You see them every morning, dressed in neat uniforms, walking with determination towards overcrowded schools. They carry their books like shields, their dreams like banners. Education is their passport to a different future, a chance to break the cycle of poverty, and they pursue it with a passion that is truly inspiring. Culture isn't a luxury here, it's a lifeline. It's the glue that binds the community together. On any given afternoon, you can find a fierce football match kicking off on a dusty, uneven pitch. The cheers of the crowd are as loud and passionate as in any grand stadium. For these young players, football is more than just a game, it's an escape, a source of pride, and a way to dream of a world beyond the slum's borders. And it's in the quiet moments too. Women gather in small groups, sharing stories, laughter, and food. They form support networks, looking out for each other's children, pooling resources, and offering a shoulder to lean on. These bonds of sisterhood are the bedrock of the community, a powerful force for resilience and mutual support. As the sun begins to set, it casts a warm, golden glow over the tin roofs of Kibera. The hustle of the day begins to soften, replaced by a calmer evening rhythm. In this light, the slum is not just a place of hardship, but a place of profound beauty. The sunset symbolizes an end, but also the promise of a new day, a new chance. The spirit of the people here is unbreakable. They face unimaginable challenges with grace, dignity, and a hope for a better tomorrow that never fades. Their story is not just one of struggle. It is a powerful lesson in what it means to be human, to find light in the darkness, and to never, ever give up. This is Kibera, a place of struggle, yes, but more importantly, a place of extraordinary resilience. Thank you for joining us on this journey to Khayelitsha in Cape Town, where the streets pulse with energy. Here, informal markets thrive, children play football on improvised fields, and communities unite to build a brighter future against systemic challenges. Welcome to Cape Town, a city of breathtaking beauty, where Table Mountain meets two oceans. But just beyond the postcard views lies another side of the city, a place of vibrant energy, complex history, and incredible resilience. This is Khayelitsha. Today, we're going beyond the headlines to explore the heart and soul of one of South Africa's largest and most misunderstood townships. The story of Khayelitsha, which means new home in Xhosa, began in the 1980s. It was born from the harsh realities of apartheid, a policy of racial segregation that forcibly removed black South Africans from areas designated as white. Thousands of families were uprooted and moved here, to the sandy, wind-swept plains of the Cape Flats, often with little more than the materials they could carry to build a shelter. This wasn't just a relocation, it was a deliberate act of marginalization, designed to keep communities apart. The early years were marked by struggle, as people built homes from corrugated iron, wood, and whatever they could find, creating a sprawling informal settlement with limited access to basic services like clean water, electricity, or sanitation. Yet, even in these difficult conditions, a community began to form, bound together by a shared struggle and an unyielding spirit. Today, Khayelitsha is a city within a city, home to an estimated 500,000 people, though the true number is likely much higher. Walking through its streets is an immersive experience. The air is filled with the sounds of children playing, the rhythms of Kwaito music bumping from speakers, and the lively chatter of neighbors. The smells of brewing meat, or shiza and nyama, from roadside stalls mingle with the salty air from the nearby coast. Life here is lived out in the open. It's a place of constant motion and endless enterprise. You'll see vendors selling everything from fresh produce and clothing to mobile phone airtime. Hair salons and barbershops operate from colorful shacks, becoming social hubs for the community. Taxis, known as amafela, or cockroaches, navigate the busy streets, connecting people to work, school, and family across the vast township. The homes in Khayelitsha tell a story of their own. While many still live in informal dwellings, or shacks, you can see the progress and aspirations of the people. Over the years, many have upgraded their homes, building with bricks and mortar, adding second stories, and painting their walls in bright, hopeful colors. These improvements are often done incrementally, as families save money piece by piece. Government-subsidized housing projects, known as RDP houses, have also provided more formal structures for some, but the demand far outstrips the supply. This contrast between the informal and the formal, the temporary and the permanent, defines the landscape of Khayelitsha. It is a physical representation of both the challenges that remain and the relentless drive for a better life. However, we can't talk about Khayelitsha without acknowledging the serious challenges its residents face every day. High unemployment rates are a persistent issue, leaving many families in a state of poverty. This economic hardship is often a root cause of another major problem: crime. Gang violence and robbery are significant concerns, and residents have to be constantly vigilant. The infrastructure, while improving, still struggles to keep up with the population. Access to reliable electricity, proper sanitation, and healthcare remains a daily struggle for thousands. In winter, heavy rains can lead to flooding, and the risk of fires in densely packed informal settlements is a constant threat. These are not just statistics. They are the lived realities that the people of Khayelitsha confront with remarkable courage. But this is not a story of victory. It is a story of resilience. The spirit of Khayelitsha is defined by Ubuntu, a philosophy that translates to I am. Because we are. It's about community, compassion, and mutual support. When a family loses their home to a fire, neighbors are the first to arrive, offering food, shelter, and help to rebuild. It is this spirit that fuels the incredible innovation and entrepreneurship you see on every corner. People don't wait for solutions, they create them. Take, for example, the rise of social enterprises. There are urban farming projects, turning small plots of land into sources of fresh, healthy food for the community. Recycling initiatives are creating jobs while cleaning up the environment. One of the most inspiring examples is the story of a local coffee shop, which started as a small stand and has grown into a world-renowned brand. It's not just about selling coffee. It's about creating a safe space, providing jobs for local youth, and changing the narrative of the township. It shows the world that Khayelitsha is a place of talent, ambition, and world-class potential. Art and culture are also powerful tools for change here. Murals adorn the walls, telling stories of history, struggle, and hope. Youth centers offer programs in dance, music, and theater, giving young people a positive outlet and a way to express their identity. These creative endeavors are not just hobbies. They are acts of defiance and a declaration of pride. The youth of Khayelitsha are its future, and they are full of dreams. We spoke to a young woman who is studying to be a doctor, determined to return and improve healthcare in her community. We met a young man who taught himself to code and is now developing apps to solve local problems. They are acutely aware of the obstacles they face, but they are not defined by them. They are driven by a desire to build a different future for themselves and for Khayelitsha. Education is seen as the key. Schools may be overcrowded and under-resourced, but the hunger for learning is powerful. Parents make incredible sacrifices to ensure their children get an education, understanding that it is the most promising path. out of poverty. After-school programs and community libraries, often run by volunteers, provide crucial support for students. What can the world learn from Khayelitsha? It teaches us about the power of the human spirit to endure, to innovate, and to find joy in the face of adversity. It challenges our perceptions of poverty and development. It shows us that a community's wealth is not just measured in money, but in its social fabric, its culture, and its collective will to create a better tomorrow. Visiting Khayelitsha is not about township tourism in a superficial sense. It's about connection. It's about listening to stories, supporting local businesses, and recognizing the humanity that connects us all. It's about seeing people not as objects of pity, but as agents of their own change, full of dignity, humor, and hope. As the sun sets over Khayelitsha, casting long shadows and painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, the township doesn't quiet down, it transforms. The sounds of the day give way to the evening's rhythm. Families gather, music plays, and the community comes together. This is Khayelitsha Place, born from a painful past, grappling with a challenging present, but looking towards a future it is building with its own hands. It is a place of struggle, yes, but more importantly, it is a place of life, a place of dreams, and a place that truly lives up to its name. A new home. The stories of Kibera, Khayelitsha, and Makoko are not just stories of poverty. They are stories of people, of families building homes from scraps, of children chasing dreams through narrow streets and open waters, and of communities refusing to be erased by hardship. These slums are often reduced to statistics and headlines, but behind every number is a life shaped by resilience, courage, and hope. Against all odds, millions continue to rise each day, creating meaning, culture, and community where the world sees none. As this documentary ends, their journey does not. The struggles remain, but so does the strength. And in that strength lies a powerful reminder. Human dignity survives, even in the harshest conditions. This is not the end of their story. It is an invitation to see them, hear them, and remember them. You've been listening to What If They Lied? If the story moved you, share it. Let it breathe again. Subscribe for more untold histories, more real voices from the shadows. And remember, in every rumor, there's always a trace of truth. If you found this story compelling, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into unique cultures around the globe. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep questioning, keep listening.